Welcome to Theology for Everyone series. Let's start today's video with a question. Do you seek to understand in order that you may believe, or believe in order that you may understand? It seems to be a tricky question, right? This video may help you to understand and answer this question. Let's get into the video. Topic of today's video is Fides Quaerens Intellectum. This Latin phrase means faith-seeking understanding or intelligence. Before we discuss about this Latin phrase, let's get back to our question. Do you seek to understand in order that you may believe, or believe in order that you may understand? It seems reasonable to understand first and then believe. Because when we understand something, we will be able to make judgment about it. On the other hand, how can someone believe in anything without understanding it? Let me give you an example. Creatio ex nihilo. Do you believe in this idea? If you don't understand this phrase, creatio ex nihilo, you will ask me, how can I believe the idea creatio ex nihilo when I don't understand it? Yes, it's absolutely reasonable. No one can make any judgment on any idea unless he or she understands it. What if I tell you this works vice versa in theological field? Yes, when it comes to faith, you have to believe first and then move towards understanding. How can it be possible? Where lies the difference? The difference lies in the types of the truth acquired from theological field and other area of disciplines. Theology stands out completely in its postulation on revelation of God. When we understand doctrine of revelation precisely, we come to know that we have realistic knowledge about God, but not the exhaustive knowledge about Him. In simple terms, whatever we know about God is absolutely true, but we don't know everything about God. Though we don't understand God completely, we still believe in God. There are two reasons for this. Number one, type of truth. Number two, source of truth. Number one, type of truth. There are basically two types of truths: material truth and metaphysical truth. Let us understand the difference between these two. Material truth is about physical world and therefore changeable, which means it's limited to time. On the other hand, metaphysical truth is beyond physical world and unchangeable and also not limited to time. The kind of truth we acquire through faith is metaphysical in its nature. This is the reason why Word of God neither changes nor is limited to time. 2. Source of truth. Contents of revelation of God are only two. Personal revelation, which talks about who is God. Proportional revelation, which talks about what did God do in history. While the subject matter of revelation is all about God and His deeds, the best source from which we can acquire these truths is God Himself. Moreover, God can be detected through any of the scientific apparatus since He is Spirit. This implies that we can't know anything about God from any other source apart from God Himself. It becomes obvious now that in order to receive the truths of divine revelation, we have to have faith in God, just like a kid in the first grade. When a teacher teaches A to a first grader, the kid learns this fact by having faith on his or her teacher. The first grader has faith in his or her teacher because of what the teacher is. In the same way, we also have faith in God for what He is. Because of our faith in God, we start to acquire the metaphysical truths revealed by God. And then, Through studies, meditations, and reflections, we strive to understand the truths we have received through faith. That's what denoted in this Latin phrase Fides Quaerens Intellectum, which means faith-seeking understanding. This famous phrase was found in the writings of Saint Anselm of Canterbury. Saint Anselm was an Italian Benedictine monk, abbot, philosopher, and theologian of the Catholic Church who held the office of Archbishop of Canterbury from 1093 to 1109 AD. Saint Anselm was the outstanding Christian philosopher and theologian of the 11th century. He is best known for the celebrated ontological argument for the existence of God in his work Proslogion. But his contributions to philosophical theology and indeed to philosophy go well beyond the ontological argument. He was influenced by Saint Augustine of Hippo. It's evident that both in doctrinal content and intellectual method, the thought of Saint Anselm closely follows that of Saint Augustine. If we were to seek a motto for the total effort of Saint Anselm, we could do no better than to select the original title of the Proslogion, a phrase which Saint Anselm felt was the better expression of the spirit of Augustine, Fides Quaerens Intellectum, faith-seeking understanding. Here is the bottom line. Revealed truths are metaphysical in nature, which is beyond physical world, unchangeable and not bound to time. Subject matter of divine revelation is all about God Himself and His deeds. Therefore, God Himself is the only source of the revealed truths. In order to acquire the content of divine revelation, we need to have faith in God. We believe in what God has revealed without the slightest wavering or doubt, and then strive to understand the content of the faith as we are rational beings. Faith gives food for thought. That reality of faith is the seedbed of theological reflection. Therefore, we believe in order that we may understand. Fides Quaerens Intellectum, faith-seeking understanding. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this video is informative and useful. Please share this video with your Christian friends and family. Thank you.